Hello everyone, Praise Scooter here, and welcome back to more of Tears of the Kingdom. Last time, after a jumbled mess of here, there, and everywhere, leading from below Hyrule Castle to in the depths, we're in the spicy area of the depths. Also, I see you, Firelike, whatever you want to truncate your name down to. I see you. I know you're there. I minorly appreciate your existence, but unfortunately, I don't care. What I do care about is this Lightroot. Now, I do have the one on the surface. I don't have the one on the surface marked. This is going to be a bit of a back and forth we're going to have for a while here, where it's just going to be like, I've marked a handful of the shrines that are in the Elden area, but I haven't properly marked their connecting point, their junction point. This area in the depths, I don't think there is going to be anything of importance we can gather here. So don't worry about snooping around for hidden treasures. Even though this is like right under. Oh, that's a battle dojo. Even though we are effectively right next to a temple and we're underneath. Well, it's a temple, it's a dungeon, whichever. Even though we are definitely right next to a temple and underneath a very well-known mining area of the game, don't worry about looking for mining facilities underground. I think they are not here. That one might be one, actually. Or there might be another camp. I forget. Let's see. Looking around. Looking for Lightroot. I'm going to go to that battle dojo. Battle dungeon, whatever. I'm going to go fight. I'm going to go fight things. And I probably could trounce a lot of fights here because they do have an ice weapon. But I'm still going to use my non-ice weapons. Also, man, is it bad that I really don't feel like mining Zonite anymore? Especially in this area, I don't feel like mining Zonite. I just have no drive to mine Zonite right now. That may change next session, or even later this session, but I have no drive to mine Zonite right now. No drive, no desire. No Hylians? I tried to think of a quote-unquote family-friendly way to say no maidens. There we go. We'll say no maidens. Ha ha. Everybody knows what I'm saying now. Girl, that wasn't very clever. I know it wasn't. Thank you for acknowledging that it wasn't clever, dear viewer. Well, speaking of dear viewer, this is a topic conversation I've been drumming up in my head, and hopefully I don't cut myself off in the transitioning or anything. But this has been a topic I've been drumming up in my head today. I want to talk about, and it kind of pertains to what happens in the future. Actually, we'll save it for the next episode. I'm going to focus on this Coliseum for now. I'm going to focus on swinging. What are we fighting? It looks like Lizalfos. It is Moblins. Okay. So we're fighting Moblins. Let's make sure we can actually see in this arena for right now. Perfect. The doors to the south. Alright. So, Moblins. Moblins. Big boy. That works. Unfortunately for you, I have a beat stick. A strong beat stick. Do I even have to oh, I don't have to do the thing, but you will give me materials I can use. The materials you will give me will be used very quote-unquote diligently for combat. Now watch this combat. Now watch this combat. Gotta quick shoot them. You know, I do have dummy strong weapons. I'm not sure why I'm lightly tiptoeing around my enemies. I can literally go, you perish. Perish. Or burn. That works too. You gotta get the quick snipe on them, because they're gonna try and dodge the headshot. Okay. Ow. Okay, I deserve that, but I do have some armor now, so I won't die immediately. Ha ha ha. Ooh, you had a fun claymore. Alright, give me the white one. Oh, give me the well, silver. Silver! They're called silver! Scooter, get better about this. It's silver.
I'm just gonna shoot you because I don't really have access to my berserker armor, and I'm not gonna eat bananas just for this one moblin. I'm bad. Things we already knew. Scooter is bad at games. Oh, somebody will... Yeah, somebody will probably thumb back to the King Gliok fight and tell me otherwise. But I'm still going to say, wow, Scooter's back at weight. Well, it's the whole motley crew. I see. Gentlemen, would you... Hold on, I got to parse my next words. Would you care for a spot of DACA? Also, yeah, all your arrow shots will get innate. I'm gonna get hit. Surprised I didn't get hit. All of your arrow shots will innately get lit, or all your arrows will innately get lit on fire when you're down here in the hot area. Just because, well, you're shooting a wooden arrow at something, it's innately going to get a fire property. Yeah, I wasn't going to try and get in melee combat with them, especially considering I have, what is it, 400? 300 arrows? How many arrows do I have? Game, let me find out how many arrows I have. Okay, 300 arrows, roughly. I have 300 arrows and weaponry designed to take advantage of those 300 arrows, so I'm not going to worry about it. Also, was that... I guess technically that is my weakest bow. Did you just... Oh, yeah, you just had an iron pole attached to the top of that. Man, I would love to take that iron ball, but my coffers are a little full right now, my friend. I should have probably talked to Hess too at some point between the end of last session and the start of this session. And Xant's helmet. You know, I didn't have Xant's helmet by this point. I'm more and more as we're going along realizing that I may be onto something with that whole randomized chest in the depths thing. Okay. What am I near for things? I'll have to go north as well, but I'm near the yellow one. Let's go for the yellow one. Heck with it. Also, because I know this is now a new, I know for sure that this is definitely a new session. Because I definitely am going to make this a new session, whether me in the past likes it or not, or me in the future likes it or not. So the topic of conversation I wanted to bring up and I wanted to talk about a little bit here is relevant to once again to you guys, the viewer, and how I interact with you, or in what ways I interact with you. So I think I've said in the past, in so many words, that YouTube is probably like my... Oh, I'm going to go right in the lava if I'm not careful. YouTube is probably like the primary way I do content for people. I'm going to hit a wall right about now. Man, my timing is way off. YouTube is the primary way I do content. And for a while there, you know, I did do live streaming for a little bit, and I see the appeal of live streaming, but yeah, like over the last... Like people who... were there for those first said live streams will know this as well, but like... Oh, I was just about to jump for it. The people who were there for those live streams know that, like, you know, I kind of pushed myself for trying to make a live streaming presence as well as, you know, YouTube content creation sense. And I guess I'm curious, for you guys watching at home, if, like, what is your preferred content enjoyment? Like, I find that, like, making YouTube content, watching YouTube content, or short-ish, like, episode-length form content is more my happy place. I can do live stream content and super long-form content. I can do it. Watching it is a little bit harder, because I'll get distracted and I'll walk away, much like if I was watching a movie, I would just walk away at some point. But the, I'm going to warp back to that. But for you guys at home that, like, watch content, like, are you guys more a fan of the, are you guys more a fan of the streamed content, you know, longer form, you know, stream for 2 to 5 hours form of content? Or are you more somebody who's like me and likes this content you're watching right now, you know, 20 or so minutes of content at a time? Oh, I see my problem. And we'll handle that in due time. It is now due time. You know what? Use your cobble crusher. Break their armor. Or knock them out entirely. Holy cow. Oh boy. I'm not used to fighting bossable goblins, if it wasn't obvious. What did you guys have for weapons, by the way? Oh, you had swords. That's a Zonite, that's a Boo Boo Baby Zonite shield. We're gonna leave that here. Here, hold this. Here, hold this. I missed. Hold this. I'm gonna keep hitting you with these swords until you fall over, big guy. Are you done? You're not done. I'm out of swords to throw. A problem has arisen. I shoot him a little bit. Light him on fire a tiny bit. There we go. I would like your cobble breaker, please. I would like all of your stuff, please. And it is a cobble crusher. Ooh, that gets the tier 3. I think it's a tier 3 Goron sword. Neat. Yeah, like, as I said, like, I'm somebody who prefers, like, this episodic take on content. And I realize as time is going on, that I am very much in the minority. I realize I'm in the minority. And that everybody's kind of shifting to this live stream format, or this content that takes, like, 5, 2-hour-long video essays produced. Why am I going up here? 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 People who, like, put out these, like, oh, hey, that's a treasure chest. Neat. People who put together, like, these 2-3 hour video essays that... It's gonna break anyway, why not? People who put together, like, these 2-3 hour video essays and, like, whatnot, kind of caving to the algorithm, or stream for 3 to 5 hours at a time. I see the appeal in it, don't worry. So I'm not calling you out if you do enjoy that. I know it's not me, but I'm just asking as a general curiosity question. What is your take on this? Like, what do you like? Because I may be finding myself in the next, maybe around the time this series wraps up, actually. This is your casual reminder that I am recording an absurdly, stupidly large amount of this series now, and then I'm going to come back, I'm going to go and record some options, like some side series stuff, before I come back to full-on recording stuff for pretty much every week. But basically, by the time I come back to recording regularly, I might be in a position to I might be put in a position where I can actually stream again. But that I don't think that this doesn't affect your answers, by the way. But I might find myself, like, coming back into streaming again. But I guess what you can roll into this. You don't have to, because I understand everybody, like, has people they like streaming wise, and people that I'm in a hoe. There's people who like people who stream and don't like their other forms of content, and there's people, and for some people it's the opposite. Can't go up here. I'm gonna find the angle to go up. I will. Yeah, there's some people who you only like watching, like, you are part of the Iga clan. Oh, this is a big base. Oh, this is a mine shaft. Haha, shaft. Oh, flying machine. Is there a takeoff point? Because I could use this. Well, other thing about this is, let me finish that thought about the whole streaming thing. So, I might return back to streaming in some point, in some fashion, in some way, by the time the series wraps up. And try and make another push for it, but not try and do it as often, because I think I tried to, like, pursue streaming. I think I've tried to do the whole part-time content creation, as you're seeing now, and part-time streaming, and I just kind of burned out the streaming part. Like the streaming part of it, I couldn't do. I couldn't keep up with. There's got to be a way up and around. But what falls into this? If I were to return back to streaming, and you guys were watching, and again, this is not me saying you have to watch me stream. This is not me saying you have to watch me stream. This is not saying you have to watch me stream. This is a curiosity question amongst the other things of what kind of content you enjoy watching in the first place. If I were to try coming back to streaming, would you watch it here on YouTube? Like, if I were to make another account or just stream on the main account, I'm not sure yet. I'm still kind of brainstorming what I want to do. If I were to make another account and stream from that, or if I were to, try and stick to a purple site, we'll say. If I were to try to stick to purple site as my other account for live streaming specifically. Like, which one of those would you prefer, or which one of those would you actually stick around for and watch? Because, like I said, I may come back to it. I just don't know where to come back to, just because of the thing. This is not high enough. I can already tell. Hit the wall. I do have a lot of stamina, so I can kind of, like, mosey my way about, but, can I get away with putting on the shirt and not burning alive? Wait, Doko. Shatsu Doko. Okay, I can get away with putting the shirt on and not burning alive. Good. Am I still at 15 armor? I am. Because, to continue the thought is, I thought, like I said, coming back to streaming, I want to say, just because, like, a lot of stuff that's going on with Purple website is really scared me away from using their services late in the last year or so, since I stopped streaming effectively. And I thought, you know, if I come back to streaming, I would actually stick with this website. But I'm not. But I'm, like I said, I'm not sure if I would stick with an alternate account. Like, I've got an alternate account where I did upload stream archives, and maybe I just repurpose that account for streaming only. I'm not too sure. This is not going to end well. I can already tell, but I will push the envelope until the envelope breaks. You weren't supposed to curve in like that. All right, let's. This is not going to work how I hoped it would. So I may have to steal a hang glider and use it, or I may have to steal some flying device to get up to that. I do have a lot of flying potential and a start-off point up here. Let's try it. This may be a couple attempts and maybe a few cutaways, but we'll try it. There's no harm in trying. And if there is, nobody showed me the paperwork saying that there was harm. Although I may find the start of my adventure is going to be stopped immediately because... Oh, no, wait, I have rockets here. I think I can build my flying machine from here. Oh, I can definitely build my flying machine from here. Hold on. Not rating plane. Well, let me go down to... Let me go down to my history and not this stuff. Oh, it's going to count the history from all the shrines first, isn't it? No. Korok attached. That's going to count some of them. I just need to get... Let's start with this, and then we'll attach stuff from there. Now, the only thing with building oh wait, never mind. I have carts here. I don't have to use the rockets. Neat. Yeah, this is like, oh, whoops. This is like the only downside of this is the only downside of the multi-build function, so to say, is that it does include. Also, let me put on my full flame breaker just so I feel like I'm in the moment. This is the only problem of doing things like we are, or of like the multi-build tool or the auto-build tool is like if you've been going to shrines, you run into the problem that your creations in the shrines. Also, how far are we going? Oh gosh, that's a long way. This may not end well, so we're going to stick as high as possible. Because the game may do the mechanic which is like, hey, you've been flying for too long. Let's just break that. But yeah, that's the problem with like the auto build feature, is that every now and again the game's just gonna be like, hey buddy, you know, or it's like, hey, you know, you've been going to a lot of shrines. You know that really cool thing you built that basically solved all of your problems? You know that really cool thing? It just is almost as if on cue. I hate this. Okay, going up. Gotta be ready to jump. We're gonna jump now. Woo, buddy. But that's the only problem with these multi-build, yeah, the multi-build tool, or the multi-build tool like this, or the multi-build rune, whatever you want to call it. Oh, is that below me? Well, I'll be dipped in honey. That is better than I thought it was gonna be. Is that, you know, if you are building stuff for shrines, the game is immediately gonna be like, remember the things you built for shrines, and also for Koroks, if you're transporting Koroks. It's gonna remember that stuff first. And then it's going to default to, hey, you were building this stuff? That's neat. Hey, you want to build that stuff from the shrine, right? No, I don't. Sounds like you would build that stuff from the shrine. Alright, and that's the one right underneath Goron City. So, congratulations, we are now underneath Goron City proper. And yeah, that is a full-on mining base that I think we'll go back and explore here. So, a problem. A problem does slightly arise. Now, even though, I will tell you right now, because I've been pointing out, I've been very, very astute in pointing out that, hey, this is a person that's a member of the Yiga clan. Don't talk to them. These people are still littering. Excuse me entirely. Holy cow, my voice is cracking. I'm belching everywhere. I am professional 900. Even though our good friend Koga-san is way over here, at various mining facilities, the Yiga clan are still here, and I think in order to reap the rewards from this area, you do have to face down the Yiga clan. Thankfully, because it is just a singular member, or like lackey members, effectively, of the Yiga clan, it's not going to be as bad.
We'll engage with this little bit of combat next time. Everyone, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you then. Take care.